The veneers are shaking. The crime stories are shaking. The cargo is shaking. Los Angeles is shaking. The presidential election is shaking. I don't know who's shaking, Lil Yachty or Caribou. The WWE is shaking. And last night, I watched Monday Night Raw, of course, as I do every Monday, and then SmackDown every Friday. Well, I'm going to start reporting on this stuff because we are going down the road to WrestleMania, headed to Vegas. And until then, we're going to be talking about it. Till April 19th to the 20th, let's talk about it. So we're just going to cover a few things that had me shook, okay, that had me shaking. So everybody saw the fight between Gunther, who I lovingly call Gunther, Jey Uso, and Jimmy Uso. Now, the Usos came out, and I love the Usos. The Usos came out, and they fought Gunther together, but Jimmy ended up getting whooped real bad. Blood everywhere. He tied up Jey Uso, had him tied up with like a zip tie on the ring while he beat up his twin brother. It was so crazy. Literally after that, Gunther was like bathed in Jimmy's blood. It was so ridiculous, y'all. And I was like, this was hard to watch. So yesterday, Jey Uso, Yeet came out and he was talking, baby. He was talking about everything. He was talking to Gunther and just getting on him, talking about, you know what it's like to have to talk to my mom about not protecting my brother. When I say he was acting down, I was like, eat yeet, okay, period. Like, he was up there giving you the dramatics, all the time on the mic that I needed. So that's something at WrestleMania I'm going to be very excited to see. Like, their fight I'm excited for. A fight I'm not so excited for and don't really care about, but y'all trying to hype me up about it is... Back to the front page, Io Sky, Bianca Belair, and Rhea Ripley. Now, of course I care about Bianca Belair, period. And of course I care about Rhea Ripley. I don't care about Io Sky, y'all. I know I should care. She is a really good wrestler. She has the agility, the flips, all that. But I'm just like, girl, gone somewhere. Even last night, her outfit wasn't even given compared to theirs. Because when I say Ripley and Bianca... Because that's one thing I'm always going to talk about on my page. I'm going to start referencing their looks. My favorite wrestler technically is Seth Rollins for the looks and the campiness alone. I love Seth Rollins. I love his stage presence. As far as my black male favorite wrestler, of course, it's Montez Ford. He needs to be on the mic way more. We've been fighting for his life. You feel me? But I do believe we will see him. No, we won't see any black men at WrestleMania so far. Right now, the War Raiders were going against the New Day, and they lost last night. So they're trying to go get their title back so they could be at WrestleMania. We're going to see what happens. But there's black girls going, no black guys. We'll get to that in a second. But last night, Rhea Ripley looked so good. I was like, batch. Period. And of course, Bianca, who makes her own costumes by hand, Like, look at this. The girls don't know what they're doing. This is a bubble leather blow up like bra. And she had in the leather skirt. She was eating. Io Sky had on a beater and some booty shorts. I say, have a nice night. I'm just tired. I know that she's probably gonna win WrestleMania because of how they're trying to bring her up to like the spotlight. But I don't care. What had me on lock was that Jade and heel Naomi tea. That has me gone. Like, the traitorness. Now, my best friend, he was talking about, like, he didn't really, like, get into that. He was like, that is like putting all the black girls against each other. I'm like, It's giving acting. It's giving storyline. And I lived. And we'll be here all day if I talk about everything. But, of course, we got to talk about this. Paul Heyman, my dude Seth Rollins, CM Punk, and Roman Reigns. So Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman are running around. He's basically, his lapdog talking about I love and I'm, worshiping my tribal chief. Well, Paul Heyman is supposed to be best friends with CM Punk, and they had a flashback to 2013 of him, telling him that he was going to be at WrestleMania eventually, just encouraging his best friend, like all the way a little over 11, 12 years ago. So we're like, wow, that's iconic. But Seth Rollins was getting in Paul Heyman's. He was in there like, he's using you. I will protect you if you basically turn on them. He's like, I'm not turning on either of them. So how you got a best friend that's rivaling with your boss and you loyal to both of them? It looks a mess. Well, Paul Heyman got a little roughed up by Seth Rollins. He tried to rough him up a bit, but Paul Heyman was holding his own. He's like, you're not going to talk to me like that. He threw the mic and everything. I was like, period, Paul Heyman. Don't let him play with you like that. Well, he was getting into it with him, and then all of a sudden, CM Punk ran out and got the whooping on Seth Rollins. It was a really good match. It was hilarious. And somebody down in the comments said something so funny that had me crying laughing. They said the triple threat match is actually a custody battle for Paul Heyman. I gagged. I thought that was so funny. But I love them both. I can't wait to watch WrestleMania. It's going to be so fun. But some tea that I kind of found out related to CM Punk and Drew McIntyre, and that, you know, we're going to expound on today, but also something I didn't appreciate from the guest commentator making a comment about Big E. So they've got a podcast that just came out with Drew McIntyre talking about his real life relationship with CM Punk, saying that they do not like each other, that the actual tension is real. They do not like each other in real life, and they are good on camera because it's, you know, kind of real and it's making a lot of money for the company, but he don't fool with him for real. And I'm like, these kind of rivalries behind the scene, you always wonder, like, is that real? Is he bigging that up on other platforms? Is that fake? Are we going to find out 20 years later that they really hate each other, or they were always friends? That's what I love about wrestling. They say it's fake, but you never know. You can find out 15 to 20 years later, oh, he really did hate his guts and couldn't stand him and was in the locker room about to beat him up one time. So for those who don't know, this is Big E. Big E is now out for the count. He's been retired because he had some neck injuries. He used to be a part of the New Day. It was a really, really amazing blowout where New Day turned heel on him, basically betraying him. Even his girlfriend, who is Mitch's sister, Kim Yin, she came out and she was like defending her boyfriend in the blogs and stuff, making comments. Her name is Kristen Yin. I remember that. Her name is Kristen, like me. I remember that little back and forth. So that was cool. But what was said about Big E from the commentator, Brian Hinchcliffe, was really like kind of rude. He made a comment towards the commentator, Michael Cole, that was also a dig at Big E's injury. He was talking about Michael Cole all night, but he was saying that it was a dream to be on WWE, that Michael Cole had been there for years, that the first match that he ever did was David and Goliath. Thought that was super funny. But then he made a comment saying that Michael Cole was as stiff as Big E's neck. Okay, like Big E's sitting somewhere like, how did I get in it? And he came on and responded in the media, generally saying, leave him out of it, that basically, like, y'all are still talking about it. It kind of gave, like, that was uncalled for. So there's going to be more wrestling news. This could be a 30, 40-minute video, I'm telling you. I may do some long-form content on WWE. I watch it so much. But we're going to continue here. See y'all soon.